Hello and welcome back to a very cold and wintry January. It's a brand new year for us here on Ohio Richlands, and our silage has been fermenting and it is now 100% fermented, which is great. The grass is growing, although we can't do anything with it. I don't know what that's still grass from last year. Huh. Turns out a bit of grass can stop the snow. But we had a little pit put in as well. We'll just quickly check the animals. They need to be topped up. The eggs also need to be moved. They need a bit of water, still plenty of grass. And we did get another 19 cows. It did cost us $4,750. They don't really need feed. We got the extra 19 because they weren't going through feed really quickly. So we decided we were going to get an extra 19. We couldn't afford 20, which was kind of annoying. It left us with $161 in the bank. As you can see, we're minus $2,088. So it's tough times just now, but I expected that because there isn't any contracts. The main thing is we have everything we need to feed and take care of our animals, so we don't need to panic about taking a loan out to get anything from the store feed wise. But just now we're going to jump in and feed the chickens. I did mention it quickly there, we did get a new pit put in beside the cow barn. That was a manure pit. We are hoping to use that and slurry, a mix of them. Obviously we need two different machines to put it out in the field, but that comes in time. So we're going to slowly build up our manure and our slurry, and when it gets to a decent amount, we're going to hire one of the two to start off with and see if we can use that to fertilize our own fields. Then we will start hopefully getting some more cows as we expand, and then we'll be using that slurry and manure solely, so we won't be buying any fertilizer from the store, or that's the plan to save on costs. I think last time we spent something like, I think it was about $20,000 on fertilizer just to do contracts, which is quite ridiculous. Just making sure we don't overfill them. I don't want to pick it up off the ground. There we go. Because if I pick it up, I don't know if it's going to get rid of what's in the bucket and change it to snow or what it does. But anyway, it's going to be quite a slow few months. We're probably going to have to take out a loan. I'm maybe thinking about $5,000 to $10,000 just to get us through, because obviously it does charge us about $2,000 a day just to run the place. So I'm expecting to take out a loan because I don't want to go too far into debt or in the minus without having a loan. It just seems a bit easier. But the wool does need to be shifted. I think the eggs were quite full as well, so I'm going to have to go and do that. We'll just readjust the trailer. There we go. They don't take much, which is quite handy. But I'll keep on top of the animals just now, and we're probably going to see you in a couple months. We'll have a little bit of time lapse if we have jobs in between, and we'll see you again, I would assume around March time, because I don't think any jobs come through until about then. So I'll finish off with the animals. I think that's them done. I don't think the cows need anything. If they need straw, I don't think it's going to be really low, but we can just load it in the forage wagon, chop up a bale, and we'll throw that in. But let's get going with this episode, and we'll see you in a couple months. Well, it's now the first day in March, and we have two fertilizing contracts. One on field 7 and one on field 12. So there's field 7 there. Field 12 it's somewhere here. Oh, it's there, the sunflower field. So we will go and get some fertilizer, get the tractor ready, and we'll go and get that contract done. Hopefully it starts picking up now, because the contracts should start coming through fairly quickly, I would imagine. Mainly fertilizing for now. I would assume there is seeding contracts going to come through probably this month or next. So that's next to get ready. We'll need to get the seeder pulled out and get it ready to go. But for now, we'll get this fertilizing contracts done, and we'll see you in a little bit. Well, we're down at the store quickly. As you can notice, the money has changed. We did take out a loan of $5,000. We also took a loan out before in February of $10,000 just to get us through the months. We've just taken out another loan of $5,000 so we can get 3 bags of fertilizer. I think you just seen on the screen just below where our money is. It was $5,460. But that should be enough to complete this contract, and I'm hoping the other one as well, so that we can afford to buy more fertilizer if more contracts come through. But there's nothing else showing yet, it's just the 2 contracts. So just check for traffic, and we will head out to the one that's just here, field 12. So we'll get these completed and we'll see if anything else comes through. Well, it's March 2nd now, and there's still plenty of deer going about. We have had a really quiet kind of Christmas into New Year. It was really slow. Obviously you've seen clips here and there. We've kept on top of the animals. There hasn't been much contracts through, apart from yesterday. We had 2 fertilizing contracts, and that seemed to be it. But today, we're starting with a bit more. We've got 6 of them to complete. All fertilizing contracts, so it is going to be quite busy. We were going to try, because obviously it says, like with this contract here on field 22, it says you can use liquid, solid, slurry or manure. We've obviously got 7,500 litres of slurry. The manure I'm not sure about. We need to take this tractor anyway because it has the fertilizer spreader. We would have to rent a slurry spreader or manure spreader anyway. So it would be, it's not going to be overly costly, but comparing how wide this spreads and the speed you can do, this is obviously more efficient just now, at least until we get a lot more slurry and manure to be able to, you know, justify buying a spreader. We'll just quickly jump out and check. So we have 4,500 litres of manure. That's, from what I know, especially with slurry, it doesn't go far. Like, it takes a lot. Like, I could spread this 500 litres over my field 13, whereas you'd maybe need 5,000 litres of slurry just to cover field 13. So it's a bit of give and take, but just now, because we know we've got all these contracts coming in, we've actually got field 15 right beside us here. That needs to be done. I wonder how far through this field we can get with this 531 litres. I will need to increase the work width. But there, we don't want to fill the cowshed with it. That's the wrong button. There we go. So I'll just try and complete this field the best I can. We're going to try and get through all these contracts today. It is chucking down with rain as well, which isn't really ideal. But I'll get at least 1 pass, maybe 2. But if I can get up to this end, at least 1 bit of this field's done. We can go and purchase some more fertilizer and fill this up. I don't think we're going to rent a trailer for today, mainly because we know there's the issue with the truck and it doesn't affect the low boy trailer or low loader, low bed, whatever you're calling it. It's the truck itself from what I've seen. So we need to rent some sort of truck. But that's for harvest, because that makes more money than this fertilizing. But I'll get cracking on with this. I think we're just going to do this 1 pass till the end, because we've only got 260 litres left. And then we will buy more fertilizer, we can finally pay off the last $5,000 of the loan, because we paid off $10,000 not long ago. But let's crack on and see if we can get all these done today, and then get back and top off the animal feeds. Well, we only got 2 bags for $3,640. We could not get a third bag because obviously we've only got $965 left, and a bag costs $1,800 and I think it's 20. I think it's $1,820 or $1,840. But we couldn't afford the third bag, so this is going to have to finish this contract so we can complete it, go down, buy some more fertilizer for the next contract. Don't know how, I can't remember how much this one was worth. Field 15. 10,000. So we should manage, oh, we stopped. We should manage to purchase a fair bit of fertilizer. I'm going to worry about the loan after all the contracts are done, because we still have 5,000 due to the bank. But we can worry about that later on, once all the contracts are complete. Well, this one's 55% completed already. Let's just crack on and get this done. Hopefully the rain finishes soon as well. Well, that's the contract complete. We'll just stop at the end of the field here. $10,624, so we'll collect that. I was originally just grabbing the highest priced ones, but what have we got? 22, 23 and 31. There's 31. 22 is there, 23, 2 cotton fields. $31, that's the top corner. We have got 32, so 31 would make sense just now. And field 9, is that not the big one? No, where is field 9? There we go, cotton fields again. So we will go and do 31 and 2 now. Get them out of the way and then go back and refill. So for now we can actually go and buy, because we have a lot of contracts on. How much is that? 14,000, can't get that. 12,000, can't get that either, so it's going to have to be 6 bags. 10,920. So we will buy 6 bags. That leaves us with $670. That's not a lot, but the contracts are worth a fortune, especially with the ones we're away to do anyway. They're worth a good price. I did think about loading the telehandler to load up the trailer, but then it just becomes a bit of a pain because you've got to put this fertilizer spreader on the trailer and it takes up room. Not that we've got a lot of bags, but it seemed easier. But we'll just load the tractor today and just take our time and get all the contracts done. So we'll see you in a minute up at field 32. Well, I was hoping to complete this field without running out, but it hasn't quite worked, so we're going to have to go down, fill up with more fertilizer, and I'll see if there's another field to do on the way up, just to increase the money a little bit. If not, we'll have to come all the way back up here and finish that little section on the field. There isn't any fertilizer at our shed, so we have to go all the way back down to the store. I didn't want to rent a trailer because it was just going to cost us extra money that we didn't need. Or the money we do need, but the trailer that we don't really. It just means we've got to take a little extra time today to run back and forth to the store. But it's saving us money because we do need things in and around the yard. So let's head down to the store, refill, and come back up to the field. Well, there we go. That's that one completed. Oh no, it's not. We have this little section down the bottom we forgot to do last time. That should complete the field. I think it's just that section. 31. Yeah, so it is. It's just that little bit at the bottom. We didn't miss it, we just turned away from it to come back up and finish the rest of the field, then was going to do that on the way out. But we never quite got there. But it's only used about just under 180 litres on that little section that we just did. So he wasn't far off finishing the contract. So this bit should complete the whole field. Alright, I was waiting to say it should do because that's the whole field done. Right, that's it completed now. So we'll go into contracts completing $6,702. We'll accept that one as well. Right, let's jump into the next field. Well, that's this field complete now. I'm guessing it's just used under 2,000 litres. I'll just quickly jump into the map. So that's 2,000 litres-ish for this field there. We've got 1,000 litres left and we need to do 23 and 22. I would imagine this one may be a struggle, so we're going to do 22 first and then complete from like the western side of the field. We're going to complete towards the east side and hopefully we can get a bunch of it done, but that's $11,242 for field 9. So let's nip over to field 23, do that little one and then do the field beside it too. Well, we did not too bad there. We'll nip down to the shop, grab the Oh no, there's no more bags. We'll need to buy some more bags of fertilizer. Head back up here, complete this contract, and see if there's anything else to do for today. Well, we just bought 3 bags just now, just in case nothing much comes through, but that was $5,460. So we'll get these loaded up and head back up to the field. Well, that's us finished up here on field 23. So we'll jump in and complete both of them for field 22 and 23. So $6,500 for 23 and $1,261 for field 22. Do a quick check on the animals. Cows look okay, they've still got plenty of straw. Sheep could do with a bit of water. The wool is almost half full, and the eggs, whoa, we need to get the eggs shifted. And they need fed. So that's our job now. Let's head back down to the yard with this and we'll get the chickens sorted out. Well, as you can see there, in that little bit there moving the egg pallets, it's still very glitchy with the pallet forks. It's the same with the mineral feed for the TMR. It wasn't really picking them up right and it was flipping them over, and it just wasn't working in general. So I've made the decision, we're going to leave the pallet forks there, we're going to nip down to the shop and we're going to get the old bag handler we used to have and use the straps on that to pick up pallets. So we'll see you in just a second. Well, we're back up at our yard now. We got the old bag handler that we used to have, but it's got a little strap in the middle of it, or 2 straps there. They pick up pallets with no problems, no issues. So I think we're just going to use this pallet handler just now until we can find something that doesn't glitch or isn't quite flipping pallets over really. But that works perfectly. I'm going to slightly rearrange our shed so that chemicals and all that are at one side, and then we've got our hay bales and, you know, production items like the eggs or anything that we make will be at the other side of the shed beside the bales, just to keep everything a bit separate until we get another shed organised. I was thinking of going to get one just now, but there's a little issue. Look what's in the sale. A TMR mixer, the biggest one we can get. It is a mod, but it's 50% off almost. There's also a trailer and an auger wagon. It's like everything comes at once and we have no money to do it. So I'm just debating the best option. Obviously we still have that wiggling issue with the truck. I'm putting it down to some sort of glitch in the game. I don't think it's related specifically to the TLX Phoenix. I think something's just happened somewhere along the lines and it's causing trailers to wiggle. Because if you remember, it happened when we had the contract that included the fast track and a normal trailer. So I thought about getting rid of the Phoenix, but I think we're just going to keep that just now until we finalise a trailer and unit, and then we'll deal with that. But I think for now, if we were to take out a small loan and grab this while it's here, just so we've got it, because it's the biggest mixer in the game and obviously we will need this tool. We don't specifically need an auger wagon until we get a grain trailer, but I don't think we're going to get that yet because obviously we need the grain silo system with the pits to drop in from the hoppers. So I think this is going to be a good purchase just now if we grab a bit of a loan to get this, as I'm assuming there's going to be more contracts coming in fairly soon. I just need to find a place to put this, so I'll get on and do that and we'll see you in just a minute. well, I think that's about it for this episode. This grass is ready to harvest, but there's still another stage to grow yet. The animals have all been taken care of. We bought that new TMR mixer, so I'm very happy about that. And our silage is at 100% fermented. So that's ready to go. We have plenty of straw bales. We do need some more hay, so I think our fields are both going to be turned into hay for now. And we also need to now look at a new bin system like that one there, but with a pit, which I think is going to go somewhere in here. We've still also to get a shed, or possibly two, or a really big one, to store some machinery so that we can use this shed for bales and food products like our eggs, anything else like wool pallets or anything else that we need to store. But for now, I think that'll do with this episode. There isn't any other contracts came through. Nope, still nothing yet. So we need to aim to pay that loan off, which I think was 35,000 we took out to get the Silo King trailed line mixer. So there's nothing else in the store. There's still that trailer, but it's going to go by tomorrow. But I think that'll do for this episode. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one very soon.